The Biden administration is reportedly considering welcoming certain Palestinians to the U.S. as refugees. According to internal federal government documents obtained by CBS News, senior officials across several federal U.S. agencies have discussed the practicality of different options to resettle Palestinians from war-torn Gaza who have immediate family members who are American citizens or permanent residents. Now, many Democrats would likely support the move. Admitting Palestinians as refugees could spur even more political challenges for the Biden administration related to the war in Gaza, as the U.S. continues to support Israel in its fight to dismantle the terror group Hamas in the Gaza Strip. The proposal could also garner criticism from Republicans, who have sought to make concerns about immigration and illegal crossings at the U.S.-Mexico border defining issues in November's election. Now, stay with me. Here is security analyst Rafael Yerushalmi. Rafael, I want to get your insight on the consequences of such a policy, both from the Israeli and the Palestinian perspective.
You're speaking about the refugee, to obtain refugee status. I think this should have been done from the beginning of this war. The Palestinians should be allowed, not only if they have dual citizenship, generally speaking, Palestinians should have freedom of movement. There's absolutely no reason why they are locked into Gaza. This would have been the priority as a humanitarian solution. There are countries who would be willing to accept them. One of them is Germany. Some other countries in the world, maybe even Australia and Canada, could accept them as a workforce.
But what about neighboring Egypt?
Egypt doesn't want them at all. We know that. That's their biggest fear. So that's why we cannot have a proper humanitarian solution to that crisis, because all these people, civilians of Gaza, should be right now in Sinai, completely out of the combat zone. But I'm speaking now really on an international humanitarian and moral basis. There is no reason why Palestinians should be different from a Moroccan or a Sudanese and not be allowed to try his luck abroad. To get the right of asylum or to be a resident in a country. There is no reason why not, especially that this is the desire of most of them, especially the young. Today, young people in Gaza are paying between $5,000 and $12,000 just to be passed by Bedouins from the Gaza Strip into Sinai, smuggled out of there.
Smugglers making a heavy profit off the
yes,
back of
because this is the reason. Unfortunately, there's also the brains are leaving Gaza, because whoever has a degree, let's say a doctor, can go to a seminar or a conference abroad, go with his family and not come back. Many Gazans want that. So I don't say that we should use that just to get rid of the Gazan people and let them leave the Gaza Strip, but they should have that liberty. And I do believe that it was from the start an American duty towards the dual citizens, of course, who have American citizenship, to be allowed to escape the combat zone and come to the United States. Really, I think it's a very good solution. Those Gazans that will stay, they will rebuild, and hopefully the Arabic countries in the Middle East, friendly with Israel, will help rebuild the Gaza Strip without the Hamas and in a peaceful way. And maybe at this point, the Palestinian diaspora might even come back to live where they were born. But right now, there is no point. I mean, there is no future today for a 20-year-old Gazan kid or 15-year-old Gazan kid. He has no future whatsoever. So if some of them can start some new life abroad, try their luck abroad, they can always come back. Why not? Why are they locked in? Why were the Israelis, at some point the Israelis were considering and asking some countries, including countries in Africa, to host Gazan people, and they were almost like shouted at by the Biden administration. Why are you doing this? You cannot do this. You cannot transfer the Palestinians. It's not a transfer. It's the freedom of movement. It's a basic human right.